Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well, living y'all's best life, and having a good day. I hope you guys are feeling good. Listen. So, what's the name of that? What's the name of that thing that happened yesterday? What's the name of that thing? Gamescom. Gamescom happened yesterday, and I think it was all right. I think it's interesting. I didn't watch it because I want to watch it with you guys, but I did watch a few things. And I want to be able to react and watch it today with you guys. Like I'm sure you guys have probably seen a lot of it. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts today. I am, for the most part, just going to play Gamescom opening night straight through, but we are definitely for sure going to stop and talk about Black Ops 7 because I've got a lot of thoughts about Black Ops 7. I've seen a lot of different things, and so we're probably going to take a huge detour to Black Ops 7 to talk about Black Ops 7 and talk about zombies in particular once we get to the Black Ops 7 reveal portion. Now, for full transparency, I did pre-watch the Black Ops 7 trailer. So I've already got some thoughts about the Black Ops 7 trailer, but there's some more stuff that I want to talk. Well, I got thoughts, so I want to present those thoughts. But then there's some more things that I found that I want to talk about today as well. So with that, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. Minnie, get up. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions and feedback, as this is going to be my official reaction to everything. I'm not going to make a separate video about it or anything like that. So this will be it. Normally I stream Gamescom, but yesterday I was at lunch with a business partner, I guess you could say, and it went a lot longer than I expected. So I didn't get the chance to stream it yesterday, but that's okay because I would have taken. I wanted to take this detour anyway to talk about Black Ops 7. It's probably going to talk about Black Ops 7 for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So we'll get to some of the other games, Gamescom stuff afterwards. Maybe I should just watch straight through and then finish. I don't know. We'll get through it. But I am excited about Gamescom because I do like seeing what video games are out there, because I don't play that many different types of video games. Like I don't have a huge gaming resume. I don't have a huge gaming resume at all. So because of that, I do like to at least watch a lot of these because it could give me some excitement about other video games that are coming out. Maybe I get some different ideas. So I like to watch Gamescom, but we're gonna watch it together. And should be a good time.
Please welcome your
Hopefully I don't get demonetized for any of this stuff. Oh, also chat, tomorrow is my fucking colonoscopy because I'm old. So like I have to drink nothing but like water, coffee, like clear waters today, and then like tonight. I'm supposed to be streaming tonight as well. So tonight will not be the best because if you know anything about colonoscopies, they give you this like it's like 400 milliliters of basically what is that called whenever like you take something and like just clears you out. I can't think of the name of it right now off the top of my head, but they give you that basically to like drink. So I start drinking that at 6 p.m. tonight, and then again at 9 p.m. and I'm streaming tonight at 9 p.m. So I'm going to be in and out of the bathroom during like, hopefully I'm hoping it's not too bad. I'm hoping it's not too bad because 45 minutes, I got 45 minutes of a match for Elden Ring Night Rain. I got 45 minutes. So hopefully I can go every 45 minutes and not have to go like every 15 minutes or so. Hopefully, like I pray. So I'll see how it goes starting at 6. And if I'm at the bathroom like every 15 or 30 minutes, I'm not streaming because I won't be able to play the game. I'll be in and out of the bathroom. I literally won't be able to play the game. So so that means I won't be able to play, what's the game? I won't be able to play the new boss for Elden Ring Night Rain tonight. If I can't. But if I can, then I'll do it.
Awards, Jeff Keighley.
No, no.
Guten Abend! Welcome to Gamescom!
What did he just say?
Guten Abend! Guten Abend! Welcome
I'm just
to
gonna assume that
Gamescom!
I'm just gonna assume that that's a different language that he's speaking.
Wie geht das Deutsch? All right. This is opening night live. Hello, everybody, and this is the kickoff to the biggest games festival in the world right here in Cologne, Germany. We've got over 5,000 fans in the hall here at Cologne Messe tonight. Welcome, everybody.
They're in Germany.
And by the end of the week, more than 300,000 people will walk the show floor, which for the first time has more than 1,500 exhibitors. It turns out that E3 didn't die, it just moved right here to Germany. And of course, there are
E3
millions
didn't
more
die, it
watching
just moved
live
here.
around the world.
Interesting.
No matter where you are, we're all connected tonight as one global community to celebrate the art, creativity, and joy of games. From the boldest indies to the perform the charts on Steam. And right now, I can announce for the first time,
I still have not bought
over
this
10
game.
million copies today.
I need to go and buy it.
Congratulations to the team. And there's also other fun ones, like you guys have probably played Date Everything, a wild dating sim where you can romance a treadmill or a curtain. It's on Steam.
What if I like put this up on the side and play Peak and watch this? I can do that, right? And you just fucking put it up on the side of over there, watch this, and be listening in to Peak. That could be pretty cool. That'd be max brain rot for me. Move, Max.
Right now, check it out. It's sold an estimated 500,000 copies. And all these successes prove something important. Small teams with big ideas can change the industry. And that brings us to one game made by a handful of developers in Australia. For 6 years, Team Cherry has been crafting Hollow Knight's Silksong. It is highly anticipated.
Oh, they started with Hollow Knight?
Wish-listed game.
Whoa!
Well, tonight, I can finally definitively tell you that Silksong is 100% actually launching this year. And behind me, you're seeing some brand new Silksong gameplay, the first extended look since the last trailer in 2022.
Whoa! I remember years ago watching something about Silksong and be like, this is an adorable game that I would actually play. And that it reminds me of, I can't remember which game I was talking about. But I do know that the community has talked about Silksong for a long time. That's interesting that this is the first thing that they showcase. Silksong. Wow. That's
tomorrow.
Wow.
You guys here at Gamescom can play a demo at the Nintendo and Xbox booths.
Nice. Nice.
There you go. Silksong is real.
Wow. Yeah, Silksong looked like a really good game.
Team Cherry
really
is
good game.
sharing some news as part of a YouTube premiere on their channel, so make sure to check that out.
Good.
Tonight, we'll give you a first look at this holiday's biggest games, like Call of Duty Black Ops 7 and Ghost of Yotei, plus major news on Prime Video's Fallout Season 2 arriving in December. And later, we'll have a special performance of the music of Claire Obscure Expedition 33, one of this year's most celebrated games developed right here in Europe. Plus, a brand new look at Resident Evil Requiem from Capcom, and the world premiere of the opening cinematic from World of Warcraft Midnight from Blizzard. Now, as always, ONL is also about surprises, and we do have multiple brand new AAA game announcements and reveals over the next 2 hours, so stick around right until the end. This is our biggest opening night live we've ever done, so let's not waste another second. It all begins with this.
Is that Black Ops? Don't tell me that the very first game that they actually have a full showcase for is Black Ops 7. That sounded like Black Ops 7. That's Black Ops. That's Black Ops. That's Call of Duty. Is Call of Duty really cooked like that? the lack of respect. You know, the most respected, most revered, most anticipated, most hyped video game is always at the end because they want you to stick around. Bro, they got this shit out the way with first. Call of Duty is cooked like that? Let me just look. That's the little red TV. This is COD. Oh, that's COD.
It brings me such satisfaction to see you here.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Never mind, maybe not. Bro, I was about to say. This shit is fucking cooked. Like, ain't no way Call of Duty is that washed up that they're first, bro. Wow. Wow. I was about to lose my shit.
They want you afraid.
No, you're lying, bro. This is Call of Duty.
They want you afraid.
That is the new COD.
Fear makes you easier to control.
No, okay. That's not COD. All right, what is that?
It's time
Battlefield?
to wake up.
No way, that's Battle. Oh no! Oh shit! Bro, Call of Duty is that fucking awkward, weird ass step uncle. They put this shit first. And first off, okay, oh my god. First off, can I say? So I could tell from the sound, this sound, that's Call of Duty. But like, what the fuck is this?
You will know.
Because at that point, when I heard that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely not COD. That's some fucking horror game or some fucking something like that. What the fuck? This is a... Wait, what? Okay, first off, it's just shocking to me that the very first game that they showcase is Call of Duty. Wow. And then on top of that, why the fuck does this military FPS sound like a goddamn horror game? Wow. Bro, this is crazy.
It's time to wake up.
Your streets shall once again run red with your blood.
Raul Menendez ignited global unrest on an unprecedented scale.
I haven't seen this. I thought I actually watched it. I thought I watched the trailer,
Security to the world.
but I guess I didn't.
Refuses to let me go.
Stop looking backwards, Dave. What matters is what we do.
Are you for real? This is crazy that they are literally first.
Counting on us, friends.
Not even second. First. This is what I saw right here. Bro. I cannot believe this. Call of Duty is really that washed up that it didn't even get a respect, like it didn't even get a respectable like final 3, not even final 5, not even final fucking 10. And I don't know how many games are going to showcase, but this is literally right at the very beginning. That's how little they gave of that people care about Call of Duty. Like I know how little I care about Call of Duty, but like, and like I know how much people are upset, but for Gamescom to put them first, like for Gamescom, because you know Gamescom they have to shield all of these video games, right? But they have to also treat them with respect. This is crazy to me, bro. Wow. I guess we'll be diving into Call of Duty earlier than I thought. Because I figured Call of Duty might be like close to the end. That's just like maybe we'll just finish watching all the way through first and then go and break off and talk about Call of Duty. Maybe we could just talk about Call of Duty right after this trailer or whatever it is that they got. And then come back to and finish all the rest of it. Wow. This is not expected. I've seen a lot about jump or jetpacks, or whatever. Apparently, this is just that was just the campaign, but this is just the campaign, not multiplayer. Showcasing the fucking new event or campaign. Jumpsuits, interesting.
Pull it together, man!
So eager to leave, David.
Killing the man is a hell of a lot easier than killing the idea.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
No more games. This ends now.
Get the Reznov Challenge Pack when you pre-order now.
Yo, this image was leaked. This image right here was leaked of the Vault Edition. And I could have sworn that it was fake. Like, I was like, that's not real. Maybe that's just like some random operators that will be in. This is Call of Duty. The game I used to play at my dad's house when I was like 7 years old. Because my dad was like, you're going to play a man's game. I mean, granted, it was like I went to play Mario, like Mario Party 3. And he's like, no, you're going to play a man's game and play Call of Duty. This is that. Oh my God. Like, I know this is the bus driver for Transit, for Zombies. Bro, like, this looks like worse than Fortnite. Not even like, when I say worse than Fortnite, you know how like people compare Call of Duty to like a shitty fucking Fortnite's uncle? This looks like worse than that. It looks so fucking cringe. This is actually saddening. Like, I know how fucking fucked the studio has been, but like, wow. We don't even get military look. I mean, like, this doesn't even look as good as like Avatar. You know how like in Avatar they had those mech suits. Right here. No, it's... You gonna clear up? No, it's not gonna clear up. Right here. Now, these right here, these mech suits, bro, these mech suits look better than fucking Call of Duty's mech suits. Like, this looks more militaristic. Like, if they wanted to go that route, why not look like this, bro? Like, what the fuck is this? I mean, shit. What's his name from Teen Titans? What's his name? Fuck, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. But even him, was there a live piece? I mean, there was a live action. Oh, there was a live action movie. I bet. What? Cyborg is his name. Bro, Cyborg's outfit looks better. Cyborg's fucking outfit, bro, looks better than this shit. Like she could have been a Cyborg style, and he could have been a fucking Avatar style. Like, bro, I would rather get like he looks more military. Get out, Max. He looks more militaristic with the fucking camo on his glass. He looks more realistic with the olive drab. Wow, bro. Like it's like I get that they want to sell skins. I get it, but like at least make him look militaristic. At least. This dude looks like he was put together with Lego pieces. With washed up Lego pieces that like the kids didn't even want to. Let's keep going. Oh wait. Whoa.
Get the Reznov Challenge Pack when you pre-order now.
That wasn't the end? That wasn't the end of the trailer? Bro, I thought that was the fucking end of the trailer. So they really stopped. They really stopped the trailer to tell us to pre-order. What the fuck? Bro, play the fucking trailer and then tell us to pre-order. Bro, this is ridiculous. There's no way. Just play the shit. Bro, they actually stopped the trailer to tell us to pre-order the game. Or it's just like, and this is still, I think this is still the campaign, right? This isn't multiplayer, right? Or is this multiplayer? Maybe it is. No, that's definitely the campaign still. Oh, maybe it was multiplayer. Okay, so maybe it was like now we're switching to multiplayer, but like to pre-fucking, that's crazy. I'm sorry. Is that that's Dead Ops Arcade? Yeah. What fucking map is this? Is that Transit? Or is Dead Ops Arcade? No, that's what's the name of that map? Fuck, what's the name of the map? Snowtown? No, Nuketown. That's Nuketown. It doesn't look like, because it's supposed to be another bus. It looks like a Nuketown. You got the fence over here behind me. You have the car right here. You have a bus right here and another bus over here. I mean, maybe they just took it off, but yeah, because you got the greenhouse over here. I'm sure you have another house over there, the fence. Yeah, it's Nuketown. They just changed it. I mean, I don't know how I felt about. We got a few maps for Dead Ops. I actually didn't fuck with Dead Ops, and okay, let me just listen. First off, I'm just disappointed at the fact that Call of Duty is the very first game that showcased. Obviously, there's no exclusivity to Call of Duty. Nobody cares about Call of Duty. Not even the Gamescom team to set this up cared about it enough to give it a respectable position. Obviously, if you think back, Call of Duty is supposed to be basically the very last game ever to be showcased, so that people stick around for it. They don't even care. They don't even like. That's just number one. Number two, they stopped the trailer in the middle of the trailer to tell us to pre-order, which they can do at the end of it, right? Maybe the devs don't even care, right? Because you remember the beginning and you remember the very end of things. You don't really remember things in the middle. So maybe that's why they put the pre-order in the middle. Maybe some of the devs are like, fuck it, just put the pre-order in the middle. Maybe people forget. And then third, bro, the skins, all that shit looks crazy. It looks like crap, bro. That's crazy.
How about that? Zombies, of course, Dead Ops Arcade as well. And it looks like we also have an official date.
Wow.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 releases on November 14th. And to tell us more, please welcome Miles Leslie
Bro,
from
that-
Treyarch
that audience
and
was
Natalie
weak.
Pohorsky from Raven to Opening Night Live.
Oh, we're getting a breakdown. Oh. We're getting a breakdown. So awkward. This is so awkward. Does this not feel
Hello,
awkward?
guys. Congratulations on the reveal. Welcome, Miles and Natalie to Opening Night Live.
Thanks for having us. We're very excited to finally talk about this game.
Yeah, excited.
Are you?
Let's get into it.
Oh, whoa. She didn't sound excited. And then did I just hear him say excited?
Excited to finally talk about this game.
Yeah, excited. Let's get into
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I want to cry. I want to piss myself. Yeah, excited. Let's get into the game. Bro, you're fucking not. He's like, here I am. I'm here again. I was just up here fucking 2 months ago revealing Black Ops 6. I don't know if he's supposed to be reading, if he didn't memorize his lines. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but bro does not sound excited at all.
Thanks for having us. We're very excited to finally talk about this game.
Yeah, excited. Let's get into it.
All right, well,
Yeah, excited. Oh my brother, this guy feels more excited to just get their asses off the stage than he does, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy work.
that trailer was obviously intense. Black Ops is back. Twisted world of Black Ops as always, and it looks like you're definitely pushing the envelope again.
Absolutely, Jeff. It's been a long road, and we're thrilled to finally be sharing what we've been building. Black Ops 7
This is so
got
awkward.
a bold vision of the future. We're diving into 2035, and it's a future that feels real, just out of reach, but it's twisted in only the ways Black Ops could. And, you know, you come to expect what you got there. It's a world of fear. The shadows are gone. Nothing is what it seems.
Yeah, 2030. $35. It looks like you're definitely pushing the envelope again.
Absolutely, Jeff.
ChatGPT. So I want you to give me a nice announcement speech for how Call of Duty is pushing the FPS shooting military genre that gets me hyped and excited for playing Call of Duty.
Absolutely. Call of Duty has a pretty legendary way of evolving the FPS military shooter space. They keep pushing those boundaries, adding new mechanics,
Hey Google,
modes, and just
hey Google, or you're not Google, whatever. No. I want you to, like, as if you're on stage at Gamescom announcing Call of Duty's new game. I want you to get me hyped and excited and motivated about the militaristic gaming FPS genre. Like, I want you to like sell me the game as if you are the creative associate for all of Call of Duty. Like, I want you to hype it up in a way that, like, me as a prior military vet, or me as a longtime FPS Call of Duty genre lover would actually like.
absolutely, I'm on it. Imagine the lights are down low, the crowd at Gamescom is buzzing, and I step on the stage as that creative director. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow gamers and diehard Call of Duty fans, welcome. Today, I am beyond thrilled to introduce you to the next evolution of the FPS genre, a game that will redefine what it means to step into the boots of a soldier. This is more than just another Call of Duty. There is the culmination of everything we love about tactical gameplay, about the intensity of military strategy, and about the adrenaline-pumping action that only Call of Duty can deliver. We've taken the realism up a notch. We've listened to your stories. Yes, especially you veterans out there, and we've crafted a world that feels as immersive as ever. Every mission, every sound, every detail is designed to make you feel like you're right there on the front lines. So get ready to rally your squad, to experience the most authentic and heart-pounding firefights yet, and to dive into a campaign that honors the spirit of military service while delivering the kind of action that we all crave. This is the next chapter of Call of Duty, and it's going to blow you away. There we go. Hopefully that gives you that.
Give me like the key features and the key ideas and themes that a true Call of Duty fan, a veteran, would absolutely love to be in a Call of Duty game.
Absolutely. Let's dive into that. For a true Call of Duty fan, especially someone who's got that military background or just a deep love for the genre, there are a few key things that really resonate. Realistic tactical gameplay. They're going to love seeing authentic tactics, realistic weapon handling, and maybe even some nods to actual military procedures. It's that attention to detail that makes them feel like, yeah, this is the real deal. Immersive storytelling with respect for service, themes that honor the camaraderie, the challenges, and the heroism of military life are huge. They'll appreciate a storyline that's not just action-packed, but also meaningful, with characters and missions that feel grounded. Deep customization and authentic gear. Being able to customize loadouts with a wide range of realistic weapons and gear is a must. Think about including some iconic pieces of equipment that veterans or longtime fans will recognize and appreciate. Multiplayer depth and team-based modes. Of course, they're going to love deep, strategic multiplayer modes where teamwork and tactics really shine. Modes that encourage coordination, that have that real sense of brotherhood, and maybe even a bit of that competitive edge that keeps everyone coming back. Historical or modern authenticity, whether it's a historically inspired setting or a modern one, they'll enjoy a game that pays attention to the real world inspiration behind it all. It's that feeling of this could actually happen, or this is inspired by real events that makes it more immersive. In short, if you give them a game that's authentic, that respects the military experience, and that delivers that classic Call of Duty adrenaline rush, you're going to have them hooked.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, ChatGPT. You can make a better fucking Call of Duty game than goddamn Call of Duty itself. Bro, what? What? ChatGPT could even make me more excited than these fucking, excited ass hoes up here. Bro, how?
Having us, we're very excited to finally talk about this game.
Yeah, excited. Let's get into it.
Listen to how he introduces Call of Duty. His very first paragraph about Call of Duty. Listen to how he introduces it, because this is not what I want from a Call of Duty game. ChatGPT knows what we want better.
World of Black Ops is all.
Listen to this.
Looks like you're definitely pushing the envelope again.
Absolutely, Jeff. It's been a long road, and we're thrilled to finally be sharing what we've been building. Black Ops 7's got a bold vision of the future. We're diving into 2035, and it's a future that feels real, just out of reach, but it's...
There's nothing real about fucking tripping on... Well, I guess you can trip on drugs and mushrooms and have these trippy-ass moments where the goddamn highway is just fucking flipped upside down. I guess that's real if you're tripping on drugs. That's not...
Twisted in only the ways Black Ops could.
No.
You come to expect what you got there. It's a world of fear. The shadows are gone.
Isn't this like the fourth time that they've in a row that Black Ops has done some like trippy bullshit in the campaign? Man, they really, I'm fucking, wow.
2035 setting. So the question is, we're wondering, how does this all fit into the Black Ops timeline?
Yeah, so we're pulling threads from Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 6. But don't worry, don't get it twisted. This is a beast of its own, Black Ops 7. We're stepping into a world spiraling from the return of Raul Menendez and the consequences of the past.
All right, well, I'm curious who the protagonist is.
Bro, look at the goddamn audience. They don't give no fucks. Man, I'm sorry. This is crazy to me that this is that game. Like, if I was still like 8, 9 years old and my dad was like, play a man game instead of Mario, which my dad was like, I don't know. Mario's such a great game. But my dad was like, play a man game instead of playing Mario all day. And he was to look at Call of Duty today. There's no way. He'd be like, go play Mario. Go play fucking Fortnite. Don't play this shit.
You can tell us who's stepping into the light in this game.
Yeah, David Mason returns, but he is not the same. He's carrying deep scars. Some you can see, some you can't. and he's got a new team with him, and every mission, every move is a test.
Now,
And
what
we're
makes the story
also-
stand apart? Yeah.
We're also introducing the Guild.
Yes.
Important to mention, a global tech force that claims to be humanity's last line of defense
This is so awkward
against
to me.
this mysterious threat.
This is so
and their
awkward to me.
CEO, Emma Kagan, is a visionary leader with a clear mission. But how she chooses to confront this crisis is often at odds with David and his team. So
She's
it's
not
not a
about to
battle
cry.
of good versus evil, it's a clash of philosophies. What kind of future are we building, and who gets to decide?
All right, so some deep thoughts there. So yeah, tell us about how does this story stand apart this time?
It's the characters.
Okay.
So the story is
How does the story stand apart? It's the characters. Are you sure? Are you sure? Isn't that what they say every year? I mean, the only time that the story has stood apart character-wise, I would say is Vanguard when they had the DEI characters. That's like, I could not tell you how the characters at all have been any more standout at all in like the last 6 years than Vanguard. Vanguard was the only time, and Vanguard's character stood out only because of how controversial it was. They had like
is about identity, memory, and consequence. And we've
Wasn't that
crafted
what
this
fucking-
cast like pieces of a puzzle. So each one has a reason to be there, and each one brings something unique to the table.
She
and
really
we've
sounds
also
like she's
got
about
our
to cry,
central
bro.
city of Avalon, which is more than just a backdrop. It's
Is
a
it Avalon the
living,
fucking
breathing
Warzone map? Is that they bringing Avalon back again to another Black Ops game? Is Avalon even? I don't even know anything about Avalon because I don't play Warzone, but I do know that they had it in this game, and I think they had it in the last game, or little pieces of it, bro. I didn't expect Call of Duties. I didn't expect this of COD. I didn't expect this at all. This is kind of
space that
ridiculous.
evolves with the player. And it's also where our story roots take hold.
All right, well, one thing we want to talk about is gameplay, and I understand you're doing a co-op campaign for this one?
That's right. From the start, we wanted to make a bold change with the campaign. Black
I
Ops
don't-
7 can be
they
played
are not
solo
excited.
or up to 4 players. It's a shared experience, and every mission has been handcrafted for variety. Tone, pacing, gameplay location. You're going to be running on the rooftops of Japan, exploring the Mediterranean coast, and then diving deep into the human psyche. All of it has been crafted to really add.
What genre of game, chat? What genre of game is supposed to be diving into the human psyche? What? Let's fucking ask Google. Psyche. What genre of game is human psyche? Most games and applications incorporate elements of the human psyche into their themes and gameplay, resulting in various genres. If you're looking for a specific game title, human psyche, that falls to adventure, point and click games. Okay, examples of games exploring human psyche in different genres. Sanitarium, Hellblade. Hellblade's a good one. Hellblade's a really good game for that. Disco Elysium, I don't know, the unconscious mind. Psycho, whatever that is, I don't know, fractured minds, repressed. So none of these games are like Call of Duty. So why is Call of Duty diving into this shit? Still, again.
Clues to the story and offer their own gameplay.
Like, are we gonna have psychic warfare in 10 years? Are we 10 years away from psychic warfare? Are we 10 years away from psychic warfare? Let's think. What can we expect? What's going on right now where in 10 years we would have psychic warfare? Nothing. I could see in 10 years we could have robotic warfare, right? With AI, technological warfare. I could see catastrophic warfare, cataclysm warfare, catalytic warfare. But psychic warfare? In 10 years, in 2035? There's nothing right now. Like the drugs right now that people are fucking taking, And I don't even know if they're going a drug route. But the drugs right now that people are taking are killing people. Not like making crazy hallucinations and shit. It's killing people. I could imagine the war on drugs, even for warfare, the war on drugs, in 10 years. Well, I don't know. I feel like that's we've been fighting the war on drugs. I'm sorry.
Big focus.
I've been on this for like 30 minutes for the last 5 minutes.
Yes, we are. Black Ops 7 is all about innovation across the entire game, and not just in gameplay, but in how we tell stories, how we connect players, and how we build worlds. And this is just the beginning. There's more to come at Call of Duty Next, including multiplayer and zombies. But for now, we hope you guys are excited to step into something new.
You're not even excited. How would we be
something
excited?
Truly unforgettable.
Amazing. All right, Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Thanks so much, guys. And now here's a behind-the-scenes look from the rest of the Call of Duty.
There's one fucking. Did you hear one person clapping? Listen, I'm gonna turn that up. I'm gonna turn it up. Listen, it's gonna be kind of loud. Listen.
7. Thanks so much, guys. And now here's a behind-the-scenes look from the rest of the Call of Duty.
Wow, man. Wow. Wow.
Duty development team.
Nobody gives a fuck about this game. It's just, there's more.
Black Ops 7 brings an all-new way to play the Call of Duty campaign. This time, you're not going in alone. You have the option this year to play solo or up to 4.
Okay,
you're not going in alone.
Okay, this skin looks pretty good. I actually really like this skin. I like the guns. I think that looks really good. I think they could definitely play on a lot of skins like this. I like that.
You have the option this year to play solo or up to 4-player co-op start to finish. You can bring your friends, you can make some new ones, and there's a whole bunch of adventure even after the story.
Oh, make some new friends? Are you going to be able to just random queue into... If you're going to be able to random queue into the campaign, I think that'll be pretty cool if you can chat with them as well. I think that'll be really cool. Honestly, I like the co-op campaign. They're way too far late on co-op campaign. I was talking about co-op campaign years ago. I'm sure many people have.
For solo players, we really make sure that they can engage in the
campaign
like
the
way they want to and feel like they're truly playing a Black Ops story.
What's going to be fun is having each player in your squad gravitate towards their own play style and then really playing it off of each other.
Wait. Why the fuck is Kevin Drew talking about campaign? Bitch, get your ass over to zombies.
Having each player in your squad gravitate towards their own play style and then really playing it off of each other.
We've crafted this as an inherently social mode that features the amazing linear Call of Duty missions that our community loves.
Mission variety is at the core of the Black Ops 7 campaign. The pacing shifts between high-intensity combat, stealth-driven objectives, and deeply psychological sequences that challenge your perception of reality. Avalon serves as the narrative's anchor throughout.
That looks really cool.
The campaign stretches far beyond its borders, both geographically.
Like why can't they give a bunch of skins from the campaign as rewards and all this shit, and like as characters, like even like enemy skins, bro. Enemy skins in the game from the campaign, but that you could play with would be cool too. And you can make different varieties of that shit. I just don't understand.
And thematically.
It's dynamic and full of opportunities to explore, experiment, and experience the story in new ways.
And in the culmination of the co-op campaign, we're unleashing something bold, the end game. It's a proving ground to put everything you've mastered throughout the campaign to the test. The end game is a brand new PvE social experience where you and your squad will need to survive overwhelming odds, adapt under pressure, and break the rules of what you thought a campaign could be.
So I think that it sounds like they added a type of Spec Ops to this. They called it the end game. Yeah, that would make sense to kind of basically add Spec Ops to this. If they got a co-op campaign, it would make sense. I like that. That's good.
Fun is a new step in your power journey as you wield personalized abilities and face unexpected challenges. And here, all of Avalon opens up.
It gives us a lot of freedom to have some fun with the gameplay mechanics, player movement. Players really can turn the map into their playground.
This is your chance to explore the world beyond the mission.
That's just a quick look at what's to come with the campaign. Every mode of this game is built with the intention to deliver the best possible experience to our players. So whether you're a Call of Duty veteran or new blood, there's something for you in Black Ops 7.
All right, for much more on Call of Duty Black Ops 7, make sure to watch the full-length Black Ops 7 Direct and tune into Call of Duty Next on September 30th. Still to come, we'll have news on Fallout Season 2 and the announcement of a brand new game from
September 30th. I will be in the middle of moving, but I'll try my best to still get a stream in that day. So we can watch Call of Duty Next. Wow. That was so
adventure game legend Ron Gilbert. I grew up playing his games, and I can't wait to show you his next unexpected creation a little bit later. All right, who's ready for our first brand new game announcement of the night?
Who's ready for our first brand new game announcement of the night? Wasn't Call of Duty Black Ops 7 your first brand new game announcement of the night? Did he just slyly disrespect the fuck out of Call of Duty again? Bro, this guy. Okay, I guess that means we're moving on to something else. Before we do that, I do want to actually break down much more about Call of Duty. So Milo made this video about his interactions going to play at Treyarch and play zombies. And they had like some gameplay time, and then they also had time for questions. And I watched a good bit of this, but then I was like, I gotta wait till tomorrow to stream with you guys to kind of talk about this, because I actually want to break this down a little bit and kind of give my thoughts on what Milo experienced. Milo gives, when it comes to Milo, like I like Milo. I told you guys all the time. You guys already know. And also I told you yesterday specifically, like I like Milo. I really like Milo. Granted, he gets a bit hype. He gets a bit hype for himself because he loves zombies. That's okay. I'm all right with that. Like I understand. I love zombies as well. But he gets a bit more hype. So when he's excited, sometimes some things can fly over his head. But he gave some really good factual information, and I have some ideas, some opinions about that.
Hi guys, Mr. Waffles. Awkward the way that Activision has set this up. So basically, we had this presentation in this Q&A, but then separate to that, we played the game. And annoyingly, I can't talk about anything I saw from playing the game. Like, that is still under embargo, which is basically, if you're not familiar with that term, the phrase that they use when it's like the press are given information, but they can't talk about it until a certain time. Like, annoyingly, what I played is still embargoed. However, there's a ton of stuff in the presentation that is not embargoed, and the Q&A not embargoed, and that means that there's plenty of stuff that you guys will be able to kind of figure out from what I'm saying there that will be very transparent and clear. But it is annoying because I want to talk about what I played in ready for distribution right now. So I want to read you a couple of quotes about the foundations of the game, and then we'll talk about the zombie specific stuff. But it's important to get a feel for what their overall vision is of Black Ops 6 to inform some of the changes they're making to zombies. So this is a game that was greenlit, concepted, and developed alongside Black Ops 6, supposedly.
So, greenlit and developed alongside Black Ops 6. And Milo's going to talk about it a little bit more, but here's my issue. I'm going to assume that Black Ops 6 has been in development for how long? We all said for 4 years, right? We said Black Ops 6 was able to be developed over the course of 4 years since Black Ops Cold War. All right? So since Black Ops Cold War, Black Ops 6 should have been under development, which means that Black Ops 7, according to according to this statement, Black Ops 7 would have been under development for 5 years, right? Which means that the game should be, one, even better. But greenlit alongside Black Ops 6, what does that mean to me? To me, that means that it's the same mechanics, the same design, the same ideas, the same gameplay loops, the same, all that shit. So why not make it one game? Why greenlight 2 games at once? And I'm going to also imagine as well that MW2 and MW3 was probably the same exact thing. I'm gonna take a wild assumption to say that it was the same situation. And again, why not just have it be one game? Because it was the same mechanics, it was the same everything. It was literally the same everything. Actually, the same everything. We got a zombies mode because Treyarch worked on it. They have some extra time, I guess, to make a zombies mode, right? Get a little bit of. So that's a huge, huge red flag to me about Black Ops 7. That's a huge red flag to me. And then he goes on to talk about how he already said it, but their goal was to innovate on all 3 modes: campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. That was their goal, was specifically do that in Black Ops 7. So did you not do that in Black Ops 6? Did you not do that in Black Ops 6? Did you not try to innovate on all 3 modes in Black Ops 6? Because now here's my question. If you were creating both games alongside each other, but you had the specific goal of innovating on the second version of the first one, then how did you innovate from the original, from Black Ops 6? Like how could you possibly innovate from that one? Like it does not make sense to me, right? If I'm going to cook 2 plates at the same time and it's the same exact, it is like the same thing. Why would I not give resources to the first plate but give it to the second plate? That makes no sense. So I don't believe it. I don't like. What that means to me is, hey, I made the same plate, but I know that you just had the first plate and I want you to buy and eat the second plate. So I put a little bit of spinach in the rice this time. I put a little bit more seasoning on the chicken. So that way it could be different enough for you to justify you buying and eating it. So all that this means to me is that they took an extra year to say, we have to make something different enough to justify buying this. They made Modern Warfare Z or Modern Warfare 3 different enough to justify us buying it for zombies, to justify zombies players to buy MW3. I didn't even touch MP. Like, I think I touched MP 2 or 3 times during MWZ. 2 or 3 times during MWZ. And that's it. So with having campaign, MP, and zombies in this game, which we didn't in MW2, which made sense for why we would even buy buy MW3, what possibly could they add to this game to make us buy it? Well, co-op campaign. I'm not fucking buying Call of Duty just for the campaign. So, and I'm pretty sure most people don't buy it just for the campaign, right? Most people don't buy it. I'm sure there are some people who buy it just for the fucking campaign. But that's what that sounds like to me. We wanted to innovate on all 3 modes. No, you needed to add something to all 3 modes to justify purchasing the game. So it's the same piece of shit, but just another coat of gold around the shit turd.
We always had, this is Treyarch speaking, we always had a unique vision for this title. We're going to get into all the specifics about that later.
Yeah, they're really pushing this unique vision shit.
Its own unique identity.
They're really pushing this unique shit. And the reason why they're pushing this unique shit is specifically because they need, if it's created alongside each other, They needed to make sure that it has just enough differences to buy it. That's it. Like the amount of times over the next 20 minutes that he quotes them is talking about things that are being unique or innovative or different or new for the same garbage. Like it's the same game. And he even presents that even so.
And that's innovations across the three big pillars of the game, and that's campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. So they are seeing zombies as one of the three big pillars of the game, absolutely as they should be, but they reiterated that there, which was good. They then said, at Treyarch, we're obviously innovating and finding new ways to bring things to fans, whether it's co-op in 2008, you've got big map stuff that they've done with Blackout and Outbreak and things like that, and that's the sort of flavor of innovation that they're trying to sort of look for this year across campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. They're trying to just do new stuff for all their players. And the team is...
Here's why. Here's also another reason why, too. Especially when it comes to zombies. You're going to see a little bit more. And Milo even specifically says it, too. This is one thing. You guys have asked me if I'm going to cover Black Ops 7 zombies the same way I did with Black Ops 6 zombies. And I said, I don't know, because it's going to be the same thing, right? If it's going to have the same perks, the same augments, the same augment system, there's not going to be any difference. Like it's going to have all the same shit. They cannot recreate all the augments and change all of them up. So they're not going to do that. That's way too many ideals. I could see maybe them adding on, again, like kind of what I talked about last year on special augments for the game and things like that. I could see them maybe adding more augments or adding special augment slots or things like that. But for the most part, everything's going to remain the same. Everything's going to remain the same. So if everything remains the same and they just gave us new maps, then it literally is, it's literally just DLC. Literally, like multiplayer is the exact same thing. Just different maps every game. That's the same thing, right? But zombies, typically you get a whole new system to learn, because you in zombies, the biggest way to get skill progression is to learn a new system and to progress the system, right? That's the biggest way. That's why they take away the perks and give us the perks back, but in a different system, right? If you go back and you look over the last 10 years, zombies has gotten different systems, right? But if we go Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7, it's the same system, giving us different maps, different style of maps, different whatever, and like it's not actually changing anything. It's not actually doing anything different, but doing just a regular DLC turnover. That's it. This is a regular DLC turnover. New map, new Easter egg, new wonder weapon, new perk, new fit upgrade, new whatever. That's just a regular seasonal turnover for zombies. That's all that is. So it's very difficult for them to innovate if they keep the same systems. Keep that in mind.
Then going to sort of talk about that in some depth. Now, this is where the presentation started to split to different speakers talking about different sections of the game. I'm going to give you this sort of mission statement stuff, and then we're going to...
I want to skip past that.
It's not just a new setting, but also a direct continuation coming after BO2 2025. Cutscene talk here, even less really. We basically saw a continuation of the end of the Reckoning cutscene, where the new crew, the new Dark Ether crew, was standing there, and the BO6 crew was standing there, and somebody that was not shown was walking towards them holding like a lantern holder thing with a zombie head inside it. Honestly, it was giving World War II zombies, which is not something that I expect a lot of you guys will be excited to hear.
I'm not excited about it at all.
It kind of had a little bit of that energy to it, but it was
like,
genuine.
I'm like, we had World War II zombies for Vanguard. I think technically, right? I think we had World War II zombies for Vanguard. But the way that they did World War II zombies in Vanguard, I hated Vanguard zombies gameplay. I hate the gameplay loop, but the design was one of the best zombies designs we've gotten in a while.
Only like 5 seconds long, so no idea really what was going on there, who that was, etc. It was just like someone scary walking forwards with this thing with a zombie head floating inside it. Anyway,
Here's one thing I do hope though. I do hope that, and I've said it many times before, I do hope that we start Black Ops 7 with all of the maps, all the modes, even all the limited time modes is brought back as permanent modes at the start of Black Ops 7. Because it's going to be DLC, right? It's going to be just DLC, right? We all know this. But I just want to start with everything we already currently have right now and just move forward. Just like MW2 and MW3, MP started with all the same maps, all the same weapons, and they've just moved forward from there. That's what I hope. Because otherwise, this will feel, once again, very empty and very hollow. I just got to say that. So, like, keeping the storyline is fine. I love that. But I definitely don't want them to shift into the style of the campaign in MP. I want zombies to remain separate. I need zombies to remain separate. I want zombies to be completely separate, design-wise, style-wise, setting-wise, all that stuff. So am I upset that it might be World War II zombies? Like, yes, because I'm just tired of World War II zombies. But at least it's a different setting than multiplayer, which means that, and the reason why that's so important is because they will try to do, that it allows them the freedoms to do things that don't align with multiplayer, campaign, and Warzone. That's why. Like, we can get different things completely. It's a completely different experience, as it should be.
Let's talk about zombies. Here we go. So, Kevin Drew said the following. So, at the end of Reckoning, we got swept into the Dark Ether, and we meet this Dark Ether Black Ops 6 crew. What does that mean? Well, being in the Dark Ether, and I'm paraphrasing here, we're going to get to go to some of the coolest locations we've ever been in Zombies, and we're going to absolutely experience things you've never experienced before. So then, he had an image on screen of a Dark Ether vehicle, and we're going to come back to that. So he references that here, and he sort of moves us along. I'm going to come back to that in a moment, so don't you worry. But there's this image on screen. He moves us on, and he says, okay, let's just focus on these 3 big points to call out today. All right, so bear in mind, this is the zombie segment of the presentation. There's been an hour of other stuff prior to it. We finally get to zombies. He says 3 big points. Number 1, new version of the original crew. At the end IGC of Reckoning, we revealed that we're now face to face.
You guys told me that the OG crew was coming back, and I said, if the OG crew comes back, I find it very hard to believe that it'll actually be the OG voice actors. Especially with the whole SAG-AFTRA thing going on. I find it very hard to believe that. And that I felt like they just might use AI. I don't know the original crew, so I don't care. And I don't think that most Zombies players now are OG Zombies players. I think the only real OG Zombies players are like content creators. And like, that's about it. Like so many like my friends who are the OG Zombies players, they don't play Zombies anymore. Zombies is more washed up and much worse than MP is to OG MP players. At least from my perspective, from what I see. Like all my OG Zombies friends, they ask me, how can I still make content on Zombies? They ask me that. And I'm like, well, I make content on Zombies because I got an audience that likes Zombies. So I make content for them because they like it, and I don't mind. I make the fucking content. I don't have to like playing the game in order to play it, in order to make the content that I make on it. I just make factual content on it for them. But I don't think the OG, so I don't even think it matters that the OG crew comes back, to be honest with you. They could have just had anybody fucking come.
Face with a new version of our iconic crew from the foundation of Zombies, and this is a 3rd iteration, and so that's one of the kind of core big things that he wanted to call out.
I mean, it's like, think about this year. Think about it from this year, right? This year we had our own OG crew, or excuse me, we had our own dedicated crew for Terminus, and how many people? Like, we cared ahead of time because we thought it was going to be much more. fleshed out characters. We thought we were going to be able to interact with them much more. We thought that the entire game was going to be a consistent storyline across the dedicated crew, but we didn't get that. And then the dedicated crew idea just got washed away. And I am a person that truly believes that zombies will never, Call of Duty really, but zombies will never return to what it once was. So everybody who in the present who asks for any old school ideals or any old school themes, modes, or games, features, or any of that kind of stuff, you're not going to get it. And if you get it, you're not going to get it in the way that you want nowadays. So like, I think people need to move past the past. Like, you're not going to get look at fucking Grief. And apparently Grief is popular now, but popular amongst who? Popular amongst who? The people who are left playing? That's not saying much.
The next is to say this is the biggest round-based map ever. And for me, it's not just the size, but it's also intent. They've expressed that Black Ops 7 is very much a sequel to Black Ops 2, and that doesn't work, obviously, for the zombie story. Like, the zombie story is separate from campaign, or at least it was back in the day. So they looked at Black Ops 2 as an inspiration and an opportunity to take that experience and say, there's a lot of cool things in here. How can we take that to the next level? And part of that is the introduction of a wonder vehicle, which we'll talk about in a sec, like I said. You'll need that wonder vehicle to navigate and get through the giant launch map. So to go back to that first point a little bit, let's talk about the...
Before he does that, I want to give my thoughts about that. So with them wanting to innovate massively on zombies to make zombies feel different enough to justify buying the game again, they talk about this massive launch map. Now, marketing. Let's talk about marketing. You can market anything as anything, right? Marketing anything as anything. What I mean by that is something can be a piece of cake, but you can market it as a pie if you wanted to. You could. So when I hear large map with a vehicle on it to be able to traverse, it go one of two ways. So let's talk about the one way that I can go first, and we'll talk about the other way, the way that I would hope that I want. So one way, largest round-based zombies map we have ever made. So think about the new map we just got. I don't even remember the name of it. He just said it, but think about what's up, Agua?
_yes.
What's up, homie?
Welcome to the channel.
Let's think about the new map we just got in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Talk about the new map. I mean, at this point, Agua, I think you've been here for like two Call of Duty games. No, it's not pre-recorded. I see you. Look, your fucking shit's over there. Your chat's over there, literally over there. It's not pre-recorded. So when we think about the newest map, right? They were talking about how it's large, how it's massive. We're gonna have zip lines and all this other shit, and then we get whatever the name of this map is. And it's just like some little portals from like here to there. Like that's really it. It's like really it. There's like it doesn't feel as massive as it actually like it is. You get lost really easily. But like the portals are like it's not really what you feel or what you want it to be. Right? It doesn't, right? So the way that they marketed that was poor. Like they marketed it to be more than it actually is. So they do that oftentimes to get people to come back and get people excited. They do that often. So that's one way that could go. So when they talk about largest zombie map and it has a vehicle on it, the vehicle could just be maybe not in the what and he would see. He might see, he might not know. I don't know. But the vehicle could probably not necessarily be like a full open world style vehicle where you just drive around the map, right? Maybe it's something where it's like the boats on Terminus, where basically you can spawn a boat here, you can ride around the map to this other place, and then get off there and like spawn a boat in certain places. Maybe something like that, right? I can imagine, because coming off of Black Ops 6, they had that in Terminus, they had that in this new map, And that was about it. That was about it. So could they innovate more on that idea? Yes, but still very limited. I hope, but I think that's the route that they are talking when it comes to like the marketing of what he just said. I hope that's not the route that they're going down. Now, the route that I would actually want them to be taking, and according to marketing,
welcome to the channel.
This is what I think. When they talk about the largest round-based zombies map they've ever had, not just in size, but also in intensity and concept and all these ideas and things like that, I think that they've got an Outbreak style map for launch. If they want to talk about innovating, right? If they want to talk about innovating, because innovation would not be the first option I just said, that would not justify enough for us to buy the game again. But the new Black Ops does not look good. But if they wanted to innovate truly, then they would figure out how to make Outbreak round-based. They would figure out how to make Outbreak round-based. And if they do that, that would justify buying the game again. And they probably don't want to say Outbreak, but round-based, because it will give different levels of expectations that might not be what they want, because they probably wouldn't want us to feel like either some of the negative connotations amongst Outbreak, or some of the things that they're not going to want to present on. As an example, Elden Ring Night Reign, they said that it's not a live service title, but we're getting constant updates and new content and new enemies and things like that, and DLC. So they said the way they market it is not as a live service title, so that way we could keep our expectations in check. I think that's why they say the largest round-based zombies map ever, not just in size, because there's other things you can be able to do. Coming off of having all these different larger style round-based zombies maps in Black Ops 6, coming off of Modern Warfare Z, we had fully open world and we had different vehicles that we could play with. And then coming off of Outbreak a couple years prior to that, things like that. I think that this sounds like it might just be a Outbreak style round-based zombies, which if that's the case, that is okay. Why? Because the perk system, the augment system, all that stuff would be a different style of system, kind of still, with an Outbreak style round-based zombies map. So I hope that's the route that they're going to go, but they just might go the first route, which I just said.
Crew, Rector Fantakio, Nikolai Dempsey, third iteration of that crew. Everything that has happened before,
yeah, I don't think the new Black Ops
is still
good.
Canon, completely canon. Their stories have been told, but now we're on the Dark Ether timeline, and this is the Dark Ether original crew. Now, what's interesting is we actually don't know much about them, says Kevin. We do know a lot about our Black Ops 6 crew at this point, and they're going to be our window and kind of connection point to learn about the new iteration of the Dark Ether crew. And so you might be then wondering, like, why are they important? Why are they in here with us? And that's all going to be told throughout the year. And what's really cool is there are now 8 zombies operators. So in Black Ops 6, there were the 4, like, canon characters. They're expanding that to 8 now, and they can all be played, interact with, have interaction lines, etc., and go through the story together. So that's going to be the new version of Primus, basically, the Dark Ether Primus, and the BO6 crew, by the sounds of it, as well. Very exciting.
Sure, I guess.
So,
I guess that's exciting.
He then says, let's talk about our
so.
launch map.
Let's
Can't
talk
think of
about
a better way to really express the Dark Ether and the experiences that you're going to be having this year than with this launch map. He says it's kind of a Bermuda Triangle, featuring locations.
This is definitely Outbreak round-based zombies. It's definitely Outbreak round-based zombies. All right. I'm not excited about it, but the reason why I'm excited about that is because that sounds like they made it into a round-based zombies, made Outbreak into a round-based zombies, which I really like the concept of Outbreak. I think that there was a lot of things that they could have fixed, and also having a round-based zombie mode alongside Outbreak was fine. But if they combine the two, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with giving that a try. I don't want it to be the only thing though. To be honest, I don't. Again, I really hope that they start us off with all the basic shit in this game.
Out of various locations and time periods, each with its own unique story. And I think what really excites the team is kind of bringing back this idea of needing to stick together a bit. And I think Transit did a great job of that, says Kevin, but you had the bus and you needed to make that decision and sort of decide whether you were going to stick together or you were going to roam. I'm adding some sort of paraphrasing there. And especially in this map, you've got to make that decision of, are you going to go together to survive? They wanted to bring more weight to that and that decision. And when you're playing the map, and so especially earlier on, you know, you'll be able to unlock different ways to move across the map, but it's really important to use that wonder vehicle to decide where you're going as a team and move to the next destination.
Yeah, that wonder vehicle sounds more fixed, like the boats from Terminus, according to how he just said that. So it doesn't feel like, it's kind of unfortunate.
Now, what they then...
I'm assuming maybe the wonder vehicle is the transit bus?
Showed us, like the stuff that we were seeing on screen was farm, right? And they said, you're only seeing farm here because we don't want to spoil a lot of this, but farm is actually something, I'm actually going to skip that. So part of that is the transition spaces. Basically, the transitions between the POIs, which we'll talk about in a second, have some fog. But what's interesting about these is that these are going to be living outside the rules of round-based, he said. So when you're in these places, they're very deadly, and there's a pressure where you don't want to be there for very long. And you're absolutely going to want to kind of go through there. You'll be able to see, so it's not going to be as foggy as it was in BO2 by the sounds of things. And you'll be able to discover secrets on those roads as well, but they're just not a place that you want to be in for very long.
So here's, again, so this is another reason why I think that this sounds more like it's going down that Outbreak style, looter, kind of stick together as a team, you know, progress using items and in-game things, larger, because of this, being able to, like, moving around the area, moving around the maps, moving around the different experiences. This fog kind of acts as a way to get you to quickly get from one to the next. But it allows you the chance to, it gives you a high risk, high reward kind of thing. And Outbreak kind of has some of those high risk, high rewards, especially in some of its missions or whatever it was that you could do. But this seems like a way to continue to progress that through a round-based zombies, through a round-based style.
Each one's also full of personality. Each path is different and kind of showcases different elements and time periods as well. So just to pause us there, the reason they're talking about these connecting areas is that they showed us the transit map, basically. And the map is essentially two sort of loops connected by a central area, which presumably is going to be the town area. And those two loops had POIs dotted around them, and each of those POIs was connected by a very sort of clear linear path and structure, and only some of them were unredacted, but most of them were redacted. So we had big question marks over all of them, so we couldn't see what they were, but farm was on the list, and so we could see farm indeed was a location, but I don't think any of the others were. So there's no confirmation here from me that, like, oh, we're getting a different thing to town, like they're replacing town with something else. I can't confirm or deny anything along those lines. What I can say is that different locations and time periods is something they called out several times here. So
I think the different locations and time periods, like that Bermuda triangle style thing, I think that is kind of cool with, like, with this outbreak round-based zombies style of thing, the idea that I kind of think that this is kind of going, because it would allow you to play at different rounds, at different intensities, different arenas, areas, and places, without it getting too stale of just being the same map or just a different side of the map. So I think that's just a cool way to where it's like, you don't have to necessarily teleport like you would in round-based zombies, or in Outbreak, but having a portal essentially to, or a path portal essentially to a different area of the map, or of the round, where you can experience. I mean, it would be like going from fucking Paris 1980 to goddamn Germany 2055 or something like that. But you know, you're like rounds 1 through 3 in Paris, and then like rounds 4 through 6 in Germany, or so, and you get to potentially pick as well. That I think would be pretty cool. But once again, my expectations, I always think much bigger than what they do. So I could just be fucking shooting a bunch of darts into an I don't know.
I think they're going to be doing a kind of Revelations thing here where different parts of those POIs are going to be from different time periods. And one will be maybe like a much earlier...
Especially because they call it POIs too. That's so very Outbreak to me, right?
Version of Transit. One might be a much later version of Transit in a sort of dark ether mishmash. That's my assumption and guess. That's not based on the stuff that I played, just to be clear.
I mean, think about it this way. Think about it this way. Round-based zombies. Imagine if MWZ was unlimited, and instead of having the zones, like zone 1, 2, and 3, going into the middle, as you progress throughout the map, each one gets its own assigned zone or difficulty when you progress through it, right? So imagine in MWZ how you got different POIs, different areas, right? You got different areas. Everything was kind of spread out a lot more because it's just a Warzone map, but you still had different POIs, right? So imagine, and when moving from one POI on MWZ to the next, there wasn't just straggler zombies. There was like much more intense zombies, but also better loot there. But then by the time you got to the next POI, the zone difficulty was brought up by 1, right? Like, and that's kind of what I want you to imagine. Or even like in Outbreak, how when you would teleport, all the zombies would get a little bit more difficult, right? Like, think of it that way. For like, that's how, like, what I hear of the quotes that Troyark was using when describing this largest round-based zombies map ever. That's what this sounds like to me. It's like they were able to figure out how to make round-based zombies. Especially, again, I'm only saying this because if this is legitimately just a regular round-based zombies map that's just bigger with some cool little features added into it, that feels like it does not justify buying the game. So if they really wanted to justify buying the fucking game and innovating, I feel like they have to do something massive like that with Outbreak style round-based zombies. That's what I feel like if they want to justify it. Granted, hey, they can sell a fucking paperclip to Staples if they wanted to.
So if that's the case, then
I don't think you can say this. I don't think you can say whatever he's reading right now.
So that was sort of the first point that Kevin was making. The second point was the concept of survival maps, right? The idea is to take small locations from their launch map and make them standalone maps.
This is definitely Outbreak. It's definitely Outbreak. It's definitely an Outbreak style round-based zombies map. That is definitely, because they're taking POIs and turning them into survival modes. I'm assuming survival mode is probably like maybe like a onslaught. I'm assuming. That would be fire as fuck. But if it was like legitimately like they just took one POI and made it onslaught, man, I would buy Black Ops 7 specifically for onslaught. I'd buy it just for onslaught because we have not had a survival mode in zombies in so long. All the experiences that we've gotten since since Vanguard Zombies has been timed. That's it. Like Vanguard Zombies, the difficulty got to the point where it was time to fucking go after about 4 or 5 fucking rounds, or 4 or 5 different, I don't even remember what you call it, missions that you do. The goddamn exfil thing showed up after round 3. Or Expedition 3, or I don't even know what it was called. And that would take about 20 minutes to get to that point. So like it didn't even feel like a survival mode in Vanguard. And then we got MWZ, which is definitely not survival mode. You got 40 minutes, get in, get out. Or it's, I guess technically an hour. You got an hour, get in, get out, and that's it, right? And then in Black Ops 6, the game basically peaked at like round 25 to like round 35. Where at that point it's like, do I really want to keep playing with the weapon damage really dropping off so much? So you don't even really play that much. And so there's really no survival mode. We have not had a survival mode since Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So if we get an onslaught style survival mode, which I think is the best style survival mode because it legitimately is all about that no Easter eggs, nothing. You get just survive as long as you can. That's it. If we get POIs that are onslaught style, I would actually I'd buy the game. I would buy the game and I would cover the shit out of that game. I wouldn't play any other games. I wouldn't even play any other games. So that's why this makes me think of this as an Outbreak style round-based zombies map, that largest round-based zombies map ever. That's what makes me think that this is an Outbreak style because they can take those POIs and make them into survival modes. That I think is really cool. I hope. Again, I get my hopes up much more than most people do, and it's not even them getting my hopes up. It's me taking what I hear and materializing what I think.
Something from Black Ops 6 that was really successful was Liberty Falls, Kevin says. He says he thinks it was the most played zombies map of all time, and he said a big part of that is just how accessible it is, and you have everything you need to survive. Now, that was really the inspiration for the survival.
Oh God, that was an inspiration for the survival mode? No, bro. The Liberty Falls is ass. The only reason why it's the most played fucking zombies map of all time is because it was either Terminus or Liberty Falls for the camo grind. That's literally the only reason why. You get a lot more fucking manglers than you do on Terminus to grind that. You've got much easier lines of sight lines for fucking headshots on Liberty Falls. Like the Wonder Fizz is in a much better area of the map on Liberty Falls. Like, that's why it's the most played zombies map of all time, because of the fucking camo grind. That map is garbage. And then you guys put all the fucking LTMs on that fucking map. So when people want to play the LTM, they are forced to now. Oh my God, bro. No, please don't make any more maps. Like Liberty Falls, I think, is the worst map of the game. Of Black Ops 6, bro. And they are steadily pushing that map. Like, it's like, how can you be a statistician, right? Where you care about stats and data, but not look at why the stats are what it is. Right? Like, you should be asking, why is it the most played zombies map? Not, this is the most played zombies map. Let's just do everything to mirror fucking this goddamn map. But it's because it was better to do the camo grind on that map than on fucking Terminus. That is why. That's literally fucking why. It was more bright outside so you could fucking see. Like, bro, come on. Oh my God. You could get fucking, like, shit.
Like a nice compliment to a very large, vast map. What's also cool is they were able to take those features in areas that their standard maps maybe take a while to get, and you'll be able to just play in those areas in case you don't have the skill or the time to get to those places, and have everything you need to get your high rounds already from the get-go, and there's no quest. So they'll just be about surviving, basically.
Let's listen to this again.
A while to get, and you'll be able to just play in those areas in case you don't have the skill or the time to get to those places, and have everything you need to get your high rounds already from the get-go, and there's no quest. So
I'm gonna assume that sounds like so if it was keeping in my theory that this might be like an onslaught style survival of the POI, that would mean that maybe I don't know if my onslaught theory tracks or aligns with what he's saying there of getting everything you might need for for high rounds right in the area. Because I would imagine, because in Onslaught, you don't have pack-and-punch machines or anything like that. You get everything, weapons, upgrades, all that stuff from drops from the bosses. So they're talking that you get it up front, like you get it, that you can get everything up front. I don't know if my Onslaught idea.
They'll just be about
that.
surviving, basically. So those will be releasing through the seasons as well. More on that in a minute. We'll come back to that. And then his third big pillar of reveals that he wanted to do for zombies was Dead Ops Arcade. So Dead Ops is coming back in Black Ops 7.
I don't know how you guys feel about Dead Ops Arcade, but I don't think I'm gonna pull up Dead Ops Arcade later from Black Ops Cold War. If they wanted to be fully fleshed out, then they could. Like, I think Dead Ops Arcade could be an okay game mode this year, but like it was just, it wasn't like, it was like the gameplay itself, the gameplay loop itself is good, but there's nothing else around it. There was nothing else around it in Cold War. So I would hope that they would do more stuff with it. It looks like we got 3 different Onslaught maps, which is a good thing because we saw 3 in the trailer. Maybe, hopefully, that could just be 3 different POIs in Onslaught. Actually, that's probably what it is. 3 different POIs in the one. So I don't know. Let's hear what he says.
It's going to be bigger this time, it sounds like.
Of course it is.
It's bursting with content, he said.
Of course
you could almost think of it as its own game.
It should be its own fucking
progression
game
as well. And so you're going to be able to earn towards prestige and weapon camos, it sounds like.
That's
and
normal.
Models and all sorts of stuff.
That's normal. That's normal. This is fucking normal. Like, this is normal for fucking Dead Ops Arcade. That's normal. You can't progress your character and the game and your battle pass and all this shit with it because it is a fucking game mode. That's normal.
In there too. And they'll be doing a dedicated reveal for more of that stuff a little later on. So that was all of the presentation. Okay, that was all of it. A few things to note. They showed us the new fog. The new fog is like ground level and kind of rolls around with the player. It's actually quite cool looking fog. So they showed us that. They also showed us the Wonder Vehicle, and it's essentially kind of a Jeep kind of vehicle with an Abomination head strapped to the front of it and a Wunderwaffe-style machine gun turret mounted on top. So somebody can use that, shoot all the zombies. Meanwhile, other people will be driving, or I think probably shooting out the windows and stuff downstairs as well. Sort of like how we saw in Modern Warfare Zombies, except now it's got that Wunderwaffe turret to make it a Wonder Vehicle on top. And we kind of saw this coming, I think, from them doing the blood burner and stuff like that. Like, they've been experimenting in this area. This is going to be a continuation of that by the looks of things. So now let's talk about the Q&A, because
this is what I actually saw from this. I saw the first beginning of it, and then I was like skipping through to see. I was like, I'm sure that he'll talk about some of the things that they saw, whatever. Like, just now, I want to talk about that. But I saw some of the Q&A that he talks about here. So I've got some. Obviously, I got some ideas and thoughts about that.
Some questions in the Q&A that I think were very important questions. And the way these things always go is that they start the Q&A, and a lot of the zombies guys often don't they're not super talkative in the Q&As, with the exception of myself.
Because they're fucking shills.
No surprises there. And Chopper. So these...
Is because they're shills, or is it because they're not honest? What I mean by that is like, if you're there, you're like, oh, no, this is great. This is fine. Just ready for it to come out. Just ready for more information. Just here. Just happy to be here. Or they're like, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to lose my privilege just to be able to fucking come and get paid to come out here. Either way, I don't fucking trust either.
Questions
But that's
are
how
all
most
from
of
me
the
and
fucking
Chop.
zombies players
no one
are.
else asking any questions about zombies.
Like Chopper.
So I'm just going to run through what was asked. So,
like I said, you guys know this. The zombies creators that I like, Milo. Again, I said Milo gets excited sometimes, and sometimes his excitement might make him overlook some things. But I really like Milo. Lego, obviously love Lego. Lego was there whenever I started playing zombies, and I got a lot of my desire to stream zombies years ago because of Lego. You guys know I like Lego. You guys know I love Lego anyway. And what he's a fan of the channel, fan or whatever. And then there is donuts. I really like donuts, right? I talk about that. Donuts, I wouldn't say that Donuts is a shill. Donuts is in his own world. Dude, he creates his own fucking fun. Like he's like, I don't care if it's shit, I don't care whatever. I'm gonna figure out how to have my own fun with this. And he's just off in his own world. He got me to want to have my own fun with MWZ. Because I was like, this game is shit. And I saw him, I was watching, I was like, this dude's he's figuring out ways to have fun with this garbage ass game. Let me hop in and see if I can figure out ways to have fun with it. And I ended up doing that with you guys. With you guys, we ended up playing together. I met a lot of you guys through playing together in MWZ, which is really, really, really cool. And MWZ got much better by the end of the year. I think MWZ was a solid zombies experience by the end of the year. Solid zombies experience. And then I also like Chopper because I just like Chopper's content. I just like his content overall. I talked yesterday about those four, but that's really about it. I like Mr. T Lexify. He's fine. I don't have anything against him or anything positive for him. He's fine. Noah J. I stopped watching Noah J a while ago. Not that there's anything bad about him. I haven't watched Pizza, and I used to like Pizza during Cold War. I like Pizza during Cold War because Cold War was warranted for Pizza to be as excited and happy as he is. But after that, the way he was trying to hype up Vanguard for a while, I could not get behind it, and I was like, this dude is too much of a shill for me. I can't watch him anymore, so I unsubscribed from him. And yeah, so like there's like very few zombies creators that I actually like, and I don't really care as much for their takes because a lot of them, they have large audiences, and so many times you don't want to burn your audience. So even if you're not shilling for the game, you sometimes keep things general or not specific enough or not opinionated enough or real enough because you've got mixed audiences. So I don't oftentimes listen to a lot of their opinions or their comments or their ideas or thoughts about the game. The reason why I like this breakdown so much from Milo is because he literally shares quotes. That's it. And then he shares his opinions. I don't really care as much about his opinions. But he's sharing quotes, which is a big deal. Because if we go watch the other creators who they are sharing their thoughts, their ideas, gameplay, blah, 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 all that bullshit. This dude is sharing straight up quotes for them, which I can then take and interpret it how I want to and be brutally honest about how I want to instead of just taking somebody's word for it. Now, could he be lying about the quotes? Yes, but I don't think he's fucking lying about quotes. Who the fuck is gonna lie about quotes, right? So that's the reason why I respect this and him in this video ultimately to really take my own ideals and interpret it the way that I hope the game goes down, right? And I can create my own either hype or fucking hatred for the game.
First thing I asked, I said, I'm going to quote myself here, there have been big systems changes game to game previously, like Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 2, Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 3. What core systems changes are you making to distinguish this game from Black Ops 6 so that people feel it is worth the purchase price.
All right. Fantastic question. I probably wouldn't have asked it as nicely, but he asked it in a very nice way. Hey, fantastic question. What he's asking is exactly what I was saying before. They're talking about wanting to innovate. So the way I would have asked the question is, you talk about wanting to innovate massively on these 3 modes. But you said that right after talking about how you created both Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 simultaneously. So is the only reason you're talking about innovation just to justify us purchasing the game again? And if that is the case, then outside of the innovation or the added gold around the shit turd, what shit turd changes did you make in order for it to feel different instead of a DLC? That's what I would have asked it as. But, you know, he asked it in a more professional way. I'm sure that maybe they like.
That was my question. The answer was, we planned both of these as a cohesive package, BO6 and BO7, and we knew BO7 would be planned around that. It's going to be continuing a lot of the systemic work from 6, so I'd say the purchase would more be about the content you're playing in and experiencing, but there are definitely some new systems. And then
hold on, let me finish here with that.
Experiencing, but there are definitely some new systems. And then somebody else cut in and said, there are definitely new systems to talk about later. There's a lot new. And then Kevin cut back in and said, but like the way perks, that's not going to change. So it seems like Kevin in that.
So what I just heard from them answering the question. There are definitely some new systems. He didn't say core. There are definitely some new systems, but when you buy the game, you're going to be buying it for the fact that there is a new style of gameplay, not necessarily buying it for the progression. I told you guys, new systems are so that way you can build new skill progression. That is what new systems are. Imagine if every system was the same in every game since Cold War, for example. Let's say you have the same exact system in Cold War of the Ethereum crystals. You have to earn that shit in order to unlock all the different levels for all the upgrades for all the perks, fit upgrades, and all that kind of crap. And you can then use all the perks and everything the same exact way, the same movement, all that kind of stuff. If it was the same exact system in Cold War to Vanguard to MWZ to Black Ops 6 and now Black Ops 7, we already have everything we need, and we also already know how to play the exact same way. The only difference would just be from Black Ops Cold War to Vanguard. Now you've got this objective-based mode style of game, but with the same exact perks and upgrades and all that kind of stuff. The same exact thing. So we wouldn't have to learn new skill. All we now have to do is just learn a new map. And it'll be the same thing for MWZ. We just now have this open map, but the same exact shit, right? So new systems means new skill progression because you now have to learn how to build your play style around the system, right? That's what that means. So when I hear him say, well, there's definitely new systems, but you're really buying it for the new gameplay maps and the mode instead of really the systems. Again, if we're not buying it for the systems, we're not buying it for skill progression. So we are not having a different skill progression, which means that it's the same. Just an added mode. That's it. That's what that means to me.
That moment confirmed that the perks system from BO6 would be the same in BO7, but I can comment no further on that. I'm only commenting basically on what he said during the Q&A there. Then someone else cut in and said, the team's worked to make lots of content about this for reveal stuff to come later, so just expect more on that soon.
Oh, hold on. They made content for the reveal. Hold on. Let me hear that again.
Then someone else cut in and said, the teams worked to make lots of content about this for reveal stuff.
They worked to make lots of content about this for reveal stuff. So, not that they worked to make a lot of content for the game that will be revealed. They worked to make a lot of content about this for reveal. So I'm assuming that means a lot of marketing materials for this, which is a bad thing. It's a bad thing that they have to work to make content for revealing, for marketing. As an example, Battlefield 6, the first reveal information we got was straight gameplay. It was just straight gameplay. No content created, just actual gameplay. Just gameplay. So why are they spending time, money, and resources making content to market this mode of zombies? Just give gameplay. That's it. You don't like it's if you have to do all of this extra content to market this, one, it's dishonest because you're now putting what you want in front of them that is the best. But the one thing that people they don't play this marketed content. They play the game. So release or show gameplay. And that's it. You don't need to make all this marketing materials and shit for this content.
To come later, he said during the Q&A there. Then someone else cut in and said, the teams worked to make lots of content about this for reveal stuff to come later.
I hate that.
So just expect more on that soon.
I hate that.
We're going to get the information. They just weren't ready to share it at this point. So my question about making sure that the game is worth the purchase price was kind of met with a... It's not really a new systems situation, Captain. It's more really just, as Kevin said, the experiences you're playing in, which presumably means the maps are going to be what the exciting thing is for them, rather than big systems changes. Now, I'm going to be super honest with you guys. That's not good. In my opinion,
no.
BO6 has pretty good gameplay, but if this is a year where it just feels like they could have been maps in BO6, what are we doing? Why are we paying $80 for it? You know what I mean? Like, I worry about that. I obviously don't want to judge it too soon. We've got time to wait still, and I'll talk about this more in depth later and in other videos, but I'm a big systems change enjoyer, and to get no systems changes means that the game is going to feel very samey on launch. It's going to mean that the excitement of learning a new sandbox is not going to be there if there aren't loads of new systems changes. Like, if augments are just back, if perks are just back, if field upgrades are just back,
same shit.
Like,
it's the same shit.
Where's the experimentation going to be? It's just going to be using them again on a new map. Which could have just been a BO6 DLC,
and
right?
this is why this right here is why I'm saying this is why I even bring up Outbreak, Round-Based Zombies, or Onslaught, is because if they're talking about wanting to innovate so hard, like as an example, campaign is the same every year, like different stories, different all that kind of stuff. But the fact that there is a campaign, that does not change. It's the same every year. The fact that there is a campaign, but they wanted to massively innovate on this campaign. So how did they do that? Co-op campaign, and movement features that you don't have and that you will not have in MP. Okay, I think that's a pretty big innovation. I feel like an equal level of innovation to something like that would be Outbreak Round-Based Zombies. Okay, again, if Call of Duty did not have MP or zombies and it just was campaign, there would be no reason to buy Black Ops 6 campaign to Black Ops 7 campaign other than a news story. But their way to innovate it, to justify buying it, is, hey, now you can play a co-op. I think that is justified enough in that case. But let's talk about zombies. If you got if Call of Duty was only zombies, Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7, if it was just a new map, right, with some new POIs that you can have survival mode on, I don't think that's truly enough to justify buying. I feel like that's very far from enough to justify buying the game again. So in my mind, when they say largest open world or largest round-based zombies map ever, and there's vehicles on the map, and there's POIs, when they say all those things, it makes me feel like, well, what will be equal to campaign getting co-op? I think maybe like a round-based outbreak mode. That would justify buying Black Ops 7 after having Black Ops 6. Like that would be a big enough innovation to justify it. So that's what I'm hoping. Will we get that? I know, because every time I say something of what I hope this means, we don't get that at all. Every time. But I'm hoping it feels like that. And I'm hoping the survivor mode feels like an onslaught style mode on a little bit open, bigger POIs. Like that would justify buying it. So I agree a lot here with Milo of what he's saying about like, if it's just the same person, same argument, same all that stuff, which it sounds like exactly what it is, then that sucks and that's not good, especially if you just now have a larger map. I don't think it's just a larger map though. I hope that it's a lot more than that. I hope it's a lot more than that to justify this. But if not, hey.
So
we'll get more
that's a
information,
concern for me. That's why I asked the question. That was the first question that I asked was, please justify this. And their answer was, it's about the new experiences. Chop then asked, as seasons progress, will new POIs be added to the transit map? Because they mentioned something about this, but it wasn't super clear. And they were like, no. Just to be clear, the transit map is the launch map, and it's transit with a couple of extra locations compared to the previous transit. So the original transit, you've got your bus depot, and you've got your farm, and you've got your town. Like, we're familiar with transit, right? I don't need to explain it to you. This is going to be those redacted POIs that I mentioned, which might be future or old versions for them, but it's adding POIs as well. There's an extra 2 POIs, I think, on top, but we also don't know if the original POIs are all there because we only know that farm is there. So for now, all I can say is there are more POIs than transit had, and so they were saying, no. Just to be clear, the transit map, like...
I think this was Chop's question to basically ask if this is like outbreak round-based zombies. I think that was probably Chop's question to rule out that this is an outbreak style where they can just add more POIs, like how Outbreak got new maps. So here's what would I want? What would I want if this was like an Outbreak open world style round-based zombies mode? I would honestly want, you know how in MWZ you got the 3 different zones. Zone 3 in the center was pretty large. If Zone 3 was its own round-based zombies map, it would be pretty large. And I think that it would honestly that would definitely be larger than like any other zombies map we've ever had, right? I think that could be cool. I don't think there's enough. I guess there's enough space for all different POIs. Yeah, there's enough space for a bunch of different POIs. Yeah, especially if you have like the fog in between. Yeah, okay. So if we just had something like the size of Zone 3, or even if you expand Zone 3 halfway out into Zone 2, that would be fire. I would love something like that. I would love something like that as a launch map. I think that would be really cool.
Remake
Probably not
is the launch map, and then there is one survival map coming at launch as well, and that's Farm. So there will be more survival maps added later.
From the POIs that's in the farm,
we'll talk more about that in a moment,
transit.
I ask a follow-up question about that.
Transit.
The launch offering
map
is the transit map and farm as survival. Okay, so there's no 2 maps on this game like we had with Black Ops 6. Like, there's no Liberty Falls. It's just a cutout of what's already in the map as a survival map. So I then asked a question about story and narrative. My question is as follows. People are very curious about what you are doing with Takio. We all want to respect Tom Kane's legacy and what he did for the franchise. Can you share what the plan is going forward with Tom or...
I don't care about storyline at all. At all.
Not with Tom. And I wanted to ask this because we had seen in what they'd shown us in the presentation, the new crew, and talked about like this new playable crew, Takios, all the characters, and wise, or some Transit has more than. So then I asked a question saying there was a comment in the presentation earlier when Kevin Drew said there would be more survival maps through the year. Are all 6 of the Transit POIs survival maps at launch? And so this is where they confirmed no, and it's not all. And then he cut himself off. So it almost sounds to me like either Transit has more than 6 POIs, or
which I would expect.
We're not going to be getting survival maps for all of the POIs. We're only planned to be getting
I would also
survival
expect
maps
as
for
well.
like
I wouldn't
3
expect to get
POIs,
all of them.
or something else.
Because I wouldn't expect to get all of them. I would expect that there's probably going to be more of these, in my idea, Outbreak Round-Based Zombies maps with other POIs that they're going to use later on as new DLC survival maps. That's what, like, I wouldn't expect them to use every single POI. That'd be super stale. I wouldn't expect them to use every single POI. And I do also expect that there's going to be more than 6 POIs on the transit map. But I think there's going to be more DLC maps like this map with POIs on it that they're going to use as survival maps. I think that just makes sense. I don't know if he's confused about that or if that's, but that just makes sense to me for game design.
Entirely, it was a bit weird. The fact that he was like I said, are all 6 of the POIs maps at launch, survival maps at launch? And he was like, no, and it's not all 6. He didn't say 6, but it seemed like he was going to say 6. It was just very strange. So like I said, launch will be Transit and Farm. They said there will be a couple following pretty soon. And so my interpretation of it is that we're going to get Farm, and then we're going to get a survival map of like something else. Let's say Town, for instance, although, again, I'm not confirming or denying if Town is there. I don't know. But we're probably going to get like Town survival in Season 1. Then we'll get like Bus Depot survival in Season 2. But
I would imagine that it'd probably be much closer. I'd imagine we could get 3. I think what will be acceptable is 3 survival modes per season, per POI, or 3 survival modes per season, or per DLC. And so whether that's at the launch of the season or just throughout the season, I could expect 3 would be acceptable. Something like 5 would be tight, but I could expect 3 per season. I don't know if Milo. I don't know.
Transit.
Maybe Milo knows more than
survival maps, and we're going to probably get survival maps on whatever the DLC plans are. That's just a guess, though. I've got no idea.
That's what I'm speculating.
That was the end of the zombies presentation and Q&A section.
Oh wow!
With all of that said, let's talk about what my opinions on things are.
Let's talk about his opinions.
I was not particularly reassured walking out of this event.
I mean, I wouldn't have been either. Seems like a lot of general statements.
I'm the sort of person that is a big fan of systems changes and stuff like that, and so the lack of confirmation of systems changes was a bit concerning to me, to be completely honest. And I expressed that very clearly to the devs.
Remember? Oh fuck! I forgot that we were even playing or watching Gamescom, bro. Remember last year? I think it was this one. This is from the beta. Did I have this time stamped?
Perhaps.
Load in screens, close on moving weapons handling, weapons levels, menu and upgrade system, can help pistols, party system, attachment, bad news. Same quick movement, attachment conversion, onslaught mode is needed, operator and leveling, getting banned zombies, universal nerfs, buffs. Okay, no, not in this one. Maybe. Okay, here.
Melee weapon. We have one weapon from.
No, this was at the start. This was day one. Damn it. I definitely thought I reacted to some zombies trailers or something from a year ago. Got 6. Damn, the fucking bro. Look, MWZ was peak zombies of like the last few years, bro. I know that I watched and reacted to here.
That's cool. If you have arachnophobia. I'm dead. Hang on. I probably shouldn't use my gun. Dark Flare doesn't do as much to Manglers as I thought it would.
Yeah, no.
Gonna homie get me?
Fucking.
You know, what do you got in store for us and beyond that on the live seasons?
So what I could say is that the next map is going to be coming by the end of this
There we
year.
go.
Oh, and that is going to be
round-based zombies map.
Third round-based map before the end of the year?
In round-based we are this year.
Yeah, that's quite significant. I mean, you're just so many options for ways to be able to play. That has to feel pretty good for you guys and the team to be able to deliver so
by
much
the end of the
this.
year, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm personally I think we're all just really stoked about.
I was so hyped. By the way, I was so hyped for Black Ops 6 last year. I was so fucking hyped for Black Ops 6 last year.
The maps themselves pair with the story we're trying to tell. So yeah,
That's
we're
awesome.
all really excited.
So excited.
Yeah.
About it.
I tell you,
I think so. I think what I was trying to pull up was how much they were talking about the augments and all these new systems a year ago. Like the patch notes, I guess I probably could have pulled up patch notes and blogs and shit like that. And we're still what September, October. We're still 3 months ahead of it, but like they were talking about so much about the new systems and all that shit last year for Black Ops 6 Zombies. So like that's how I know that nothing's going to be different.
That I was talking to.
No new systems.
I think that there's a world where the game is still very good, with the gameplay more or less being familiar to those of us that play Black Ops 6.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind if it's the same shit. I don't mind if it's the same systems. I don't. I just don't want them to give us the same systems and remove everything we have in Black Ops 6. And also remove some of the shit that we have right now for those systems, for like the augments. Don't remove certain augments, or don't remove certain fucking perks and then make us have to earn it back through DLC. Don't do that shit. If it's the same systems, just literally port everything over. Just do that shit.
Can still happen, don't get me wrong. It's just a massive missed opportunity to get a whole new year of zombies that for the first time is basically just a continuation of a previous year. And with no knowledge of the full extent of the system's change sandbox that they're going towards, my only guess and assumption is that it's going to feel pretty similar. So I'm worried about that. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. That's a not back situation. In terms of the story,
it's a not back situation.
I feel like with Reckoning they really burned
it's not
us.
back.
And I worry that burning us
Reckoning burned us?
Sort of sent us into a place now that is going to be very difficult for them to come back from. I miss the old zombie storyline, like, so much.
He got shit happening in the background and he's fucking with me.
With Reckoning, this is one of the first times ever where I feel so dejected about the direction they've taken the story in, and in my view, the sort of the room for this to be disrespectful to their previous story and their previous voice actors in Tom Kane, it concerns me a lot. It's not something that I am completely set in stone on, because I think that the zombie storyline is one of those wonderful things that always actually has room to suddenly be amazing.
Yeah.
Just depending on if the writers are empowered to do their jobs and they aren't being like micromanaged by random execs that are like, oh, well, we need to do this based on a focus group. Like, let the writers cook, then the story will be good. If the writers are not able to cook, if they are like having to crunch on some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles expansion in season 2, then we're screwed. Like, we're actually so screwed forever. So I'm not very enthusiastic about the zombie storyline right now, and that's like a sentence that I so rarely say. Like, I've been doing this for so long. For me, of all people, like John Story Nerd, to be feeling so apathetic about it is a bad sign. So story, I'm a little worried about. What I will say, this is an important positive, is that it visually did look nice.
Okay.
The aesthetic of what we saw in the sort of screenshots and little snippets of video on the farm survival map did look good. They just did. It was something which I think has been a problem for a lot of BO6, the facility after facility after facility kind of vibes. It's ironic because going into BO6, they were like, we're done with facilities, because they knew that was a problem in Cold War. And then they just did it again in BO6. So I'm not going to go out on a limb and say, oh yeah, they're finished with facilities in BO7, even though that seems to be the thrust of what they're going for. I don't trust them. Like, I've got no... I was at the studio and I don't trust them. I've spoken to them and I don't trust them. Like, unfortunately, their actions in the past years have not matched
what they said. Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. If you have to do marketing and you're spending time, effort, energy creating content specifically for marketing for these modes, I don't trust it. I don't want it. I don't want... Just give me fucking gameplay. Just screen record, load up the game, fucking go in, pick your fucking loadout or whatever it is, go into the game, start the game up, start playing the game, go through fucking 10, 15, 20 rounds, exit the game, let us see the fucking, and then close out the fucking screen share. Do that. If you do that, let us judge the game on whether it's good or not. Do that. Like, you're spending time, money, and effort and resources on this bullshit just to piss people off and make people not trust you even more.
And so I am currently seeing steps in a positive direction to make it look more zombies. What I saw of Farm, like I said, from the presentation, was aesthetically pretty fresh feeling. It felt more like a zombies map, which is good. It's really, really good. It remains to be seen if that extends to the entire thing or if 50% of transit is going to be facility Armageddon. But it was a step in a good direction. So aesthetically, I think their art direction is moving in the right direction. I think that their understanding of that problem is moving in the right direction as well. So there are positives there too. But again, if it's just really gorgeous maps, but they play the same as BO6, I feel like we're missing a leap forward that we could have had, that we've had in every other Zombies year. Like, the engine change from BO1 to BO2 is so huge. The engine change from BO2 to BO3 is so huge. Like, ignoring maps. Right?
Even fucking Vanguard,
like,
bro.
Well, like, there are maps that were like, in one game,
not saying Vanguard's good,
back in another game,
but
so like,
the
it's all the same
difference,
thing. Like,
the system, the changes.
That's not what I mean. I mean, the game feels completely different, going from every Zombies game in the past to every next Zombies game. The smallest jump I think we've had was Cold War to BO6. And ironically, an even smaller jump now is happening from BO6 to BO7.
7. Yeah.
And like, does that mean that from BO7 to BO8, it's going to be the same gameplay again? Like,
literally the same.
It's going to be... Maybe I'm over-indexing on that point, but I worry about it a lot.
I worry about it as
If you
well.
agree or disagree in the comment section down below. Anyhow,
Yeah, so that's his thoughts. If they're bragging about unlocking creativity, I better not see a single AI generated piece of artwork anywhere during this title's lifespan. Was holding a gun to his head right here. What? Not glazing truck like all other zombies YouTubers, and actually being honest, proving why he's the GOAT. Hey, not all other zombies YouTubers. Just the big ones. Just the big ones. I feel like what made the bus fun as a mechanic is that it drove itself. They got on a bus. In a group that Samuel Stiller joined, thus he can be Rick Toffin. Was played a lot because everyone wanted to get to Dark Ether came out, not because it was a good map. It wasn't a bad map, but it's definitely not because everyone thought it was the greatest. Exactly. I heavily agree with this. Yeah. The unique identity that BO7 gives us is a hilarious sentence. Facts. Facts. That Black Ops 7. Okay, so that's Milo's thoughts, and that's my thoughts on the factual information that he presented to us about what they are saying. I have to put this here for you guys to like and subscribe to it. Now
this video is going to go.
Mr. Dollar JD put up a bunch of just straight up gameplay. Supposedly, I don't know if he's just talking the whole time or what, but he supposedly put up a bunch of information. That's the campaign. I don't care about the campaign. New end game mode, global progression, multiplayer, Black Ops 7.
To see and learn. Jumping
Zombies.
straight into things, we know that at the end of the Black Ops 6 Zombies map Reckoning, we got swept into the Dark Ether with our Black Ops 6 crew. What it means for Treyarch and the locations that we can go this year is that we're apparently going to go to some of the coolest locations we've ever been to in Zombies. Experience things we have never experienced before.
Can I talk about how I don't give a fuck about the locations that we go to? Can I talk about that? I don't give a fuck about them being the coolest locations we've ever gone to. I actually truly don't give a fuck about that. It doesn't matter to me at all. Give us some fucking really, like, I don't care about going anywhere. Just make good just make good zombies arenas and areas. That's it. I don't give a fuck.
One of the 3 big talking points for Zombies today is the new version of the original crew. In the Reckoning ending, it was revealed we are now face to face with a new version of our iconic crew from the foundation of Zombies itself. Treyarch want to make explicitly clear that this is a 3rd iteration of these characters, and that the versions we're seeing of Richtofen, Takio, Nikolai, and Dempsey is a 3rd iteration of this crew. Everything that happened before with these characters still happen, and everything is still completely canon. Their stories have been told, but we are now in the Dark Ether timeline, and this is the Dark Ether original crew. And on purpose, Treyarch is not actually going to tell us much about them to start with, but there will be characters where we get new reference. Jacket is this. I don't care about this shit. Primus Nikolai here, but all 4 of some have. You can see a much clearer look at the emblem on Takio's chest, which seems to resemble some sort of dragon. Nikolai just looks a lot like Primus Nikolai here, but also could be due as now 8. Black Ops 7 as a whole, they've expressed that it's very much a sequel to Black Ops 2. It doesn't sit from a lot of cool things to transit unique locations. I can't remember it picture accurate. Here is an image on screen that depicts, to the best of my ability, what the overall map looked like. Map in total had 6 unique locations, and the only location that was explicitly shown to us was an area called Farm. From the one screenshot we've been given, where you don't want to be there for very long, and you're absolutely job of
this isn't fucking gameplay. This is why I don't watch. This is why I don't watch. I don't watch Mr. JD. Anyway, so that's Black Ops 6 Zombies and my thoughts and opinions about this goddamn game. Let's keep on going.
Feel that way? Well, to do the honors, please welcome back to ONL one of the most respected and recognizable hosts in esports. She's my co-host, Shox.
Great to be back here at Gamescom and
Is
ONL. I just had so much fun last year that I had to run it back. And let me just say, we have an unbelievable show for you tonight. And now, without further ado, it's time for our first new game announcement at ONL. Please enjoy.
All right, what's this?
Our gods have forsaken us for fear of the coming.
No, it's still so funny to me that Call of Duty was first. That's wild.
All but you.
This is Lords of the Fallen 2?
Something
3, I mean? This is Lords of the Fallen. This is a Lords of the Fallen. This is DLC?
Powerful. Hungry. So I ask you, will you harness this darkness within and deliver unto our soul?
Bro, I feel like I've seen this game so much.
Retribution.
Like at least seen marketing for it so much. Or at least this style. That still looks crazy.
But should you fall, the world falls with you.
This is definitely a Lords of the Fallen. It is.
2.
Wait, I thought the last Lords of the Fallen we got was the second one. No, it was a recreation because the first one was so bad. Yeah. Nice. I like Lords of the Fallen.
List now.
2026. Okay. That's a much
now.
better
All right,
applause
Lords of
than
the
Call
Fallen
of Duty
2
got.
is official, set 100 years after the last game, as the fragile veil between the living and the dead begins to tear. CI Games promises a sequel that's bloodier, faster, and more brutal than ever, with more aggressive combat and new boss
Hopefully they do
battles.
better.
Your first look at gameplay will
Hopefully they do
arrive
better than the
later
last
this
time.
year. All right, now for something completely different. This next game won Game of the Year at the Game Awards and comes from one of the most celebrated studios on the planet. Next year, it's making the leap to become a major anime. And tonight, we're breaking the news with your exclusive.
Wait. Game of the Years. So this last year I can't remember the Game of the Year last year. What Game of the Year could be turned into an anime?
First look.
What game? Maybe I don't know. What game is this? What game is this? What game is this? Is this an anime game? Sekiro anime? Is this a show or is this a game? It is Sekiro. Crunchyroll. Oh, okay, so it is a movie or a TV show. Oh, okay, so Sekiro is an anime. That's fire. I actually like that. That's kind of crazy. I haven't really been on those forums today, so I wouldn't have seen them talk about it. That's applause.
Looks awesome. All right, we're just getting
That's
started.
cool.
Our
That's pretty
next
cool.
new
I
game
like that.
announcement stars a hero who needs no introduction, a true legend of justice and gadgets.
007. Oh, Lego. I'm good. We can skip. Yeah, we can skip. Skip.
We have
fought the enemies of humanity across 1,000 worlds. No respite, no remorse.
Oh, skip.
No mercy.
Skip. What is this? Oh, Capcom has a new game?
Crossover
I always
event.
do. Cool. I know a lot of people probably love that. I don't give a fuck about it. What is this? What's that?
We had the honor of announcing the long-awaited return of one of Capcom's most iconic action series, Onimusha.
And tonight, we take the next step on that journey. Here's a brand new
Capcom
look
has a
at
whole
Onimusha,
section.
Way of the Sword, coming in 2026.
Where are my manners? Hello there, fallen samurai.
To think something like this was right under the city.
Ooh. Oh! I like that.
Be careful.
Oh! You know, I've never ever played it. I've never played a. That's creepy. I never played a Capcom game. I've never played a Capcom game. So hey, that combat kind of looks pretty cool.
Were you feeling left out? Here, let me show you something to cheer you up.
Oh, I like ugly ass monsters and enemies like that. Oh, I love that shit. Oh, and it has fucking archery, fire. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play this shit. I'm definitely gonna have to play this. Oh, that's a fucking good enemy. Oh, that's a good enemy.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Anyway, do enjoy.
Onimusha. I like this. I actually like that. I'm gonna look forward to that.
The automated industry complex will be
This is like Call of Duty marketing.
connecting and uniting
This is like Black Ops
every
7 marketing.
fragment of this shattered world. This is the driving force that will keep us going. Continuous improvement is essential for keeping pace with advancements in technology.
Fallout. I'm good on Fallout. Indiana Jones. Wouldn't play it.
Don't simply talk about our dreams.
Superhero movie.
We do.
Good on that. What's this? What is
RPG. It's a dive into the shadowy world of espionage where the truth can be stranger than fiction, and every failure isn't the end, but the start of a new path.
I once knew a spy. Brilliant, relentless, magnetic. Her name was Herschel.
This Joker?
Dark gold hair, a well-worn life beneath.
I look like Joker.
Waiting to
Maybe they don't look like Joker.
She tried to look out for
game design.
For us. None of it mattered in the end. Everything she touched rippled into failure.
Interesting. Yeah. Expedition 33 performance. Definitely can't play that. What is this?
A ghost of my former glory. Until one day when I was stabbed. I thought I died. Instead, I was given a second chance in a strange world, alongside rogues from across the timescape.
Hi, how you doing? I'm a boss. Get it right. If you don't think,
And we were promised to fix our past. I guess that's what we're here to do.
with no FES like that. What you see? You don't see it like that.
Is this PvP? Looks like a sort of battle royale. I don't know. It looks interesting though. A definite Silent Hill. What's this? Silent Hill. This looks pretty good. Ugh. The game footage. See, this is what I'm talking about. Just show us just show us setup marketing, bro, or just gameplay footage. I love that. That's nice. I like this. What is this? What is this? I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to play that for sure. Yama Games. I don't know what the fuck that says. Which is now. But that looks pretty damn good. That looks good. Move.
Traveler ND3500. Initiating the travel mode.
This is the Traveler, an agent of a shadowy faction known only as the Collective. And in Kronos the New Dawn, you'll step into their role. From Polish horror powerhouse Bloober Team, nominated last year at the Game Awards for their Silent Hill 2 remake, comes a bold new vision of survival horror. In this world, the dead don't stay dead. When they find each other, they merge into something far more terrifying. Launching September 5th.
The Zombies Killer.
Here's your
The
brand
COD
new
Zombies.
look at Kronos,
September 5th?
The New Dawn.
September 5th? We might have a game to play in a couple weeks after Wu Chain. I need to remember this. Hold on. Kronos. Please be on PC.
Are you glad to see me, friend?
All right, I put it on my wish list, so don't forget about it.
Stay calm.
Oh, shit. Aw. This reminds me of Remnant too. Standard edition pre-order, base game, 4 pistol ammo, 1 shell patch, small, 1,000 energy, bonus traveler skin. Deluxe pre-order, 48-hour early access, base game, 1 core resource, 8 handgun ammo, 3 shotgun shells, 3 bonus traveler skins. Interesting. I might have to get this. Check it out. Yeah, I mean, I wish listed so I don't forget. Looks pretty cool.
All right,
Good
for
marketing.
our next trailer, let's turn it over to the head of sequels at Obsidian Entertainment.
Guten Tag, Gamescom. Look at this. Tens of...
I'm good on that shit. I don't know anything about WoW. I think this is Ghost of Yote.
EVP game. That's right, where you battle against monsters, other players, and your own sanity as widespread anomalies twist around the world. Face the horror or become the horror itself.
Oh, no, not Ghost of Yote.
Can you describe the sound in the recording?
Sorry.
Let's go back to the start.
I remember the wind, strong wind. What the hell happened here?
We got company!
I don't know if I want a horror game with guns.
The loss is too heavy for you. But sometimes
I don't know if I'd play it.
Loss can birth beasts.
This looks cool though.
And bury truths. What do you think? What if you are the beast?
The beast?
If it's a zombies game, that's different with guns. I actually, but like if it's a horror story game, I don't prefer guns. This looks like it might be like shit on for performance. That was already looking really bad here. It's definitely not psychological thriller shit that fucking COD's trying to go for. For whatever goddamn reason. That doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad.
Let's go back to the start.
I don't want that.
October, Sucker Punch and Lone Ronin, driven by a single purpose to avenge the brutal slaughter of her family at the hands of the ruthless Yotei 6. Tonight, we have a new look at the deadly,
Let's look at
beautiful
it.
world.
Unfortunately, I can't fucking play it. Damn. PlayStation. PlayStation.
The end of the world is this only in our mind.
Are you going to give me a line?
I need to play some more Sucker Punch games, to be honest. I really did like Ghost of Tsushima. But I assume that like most of their shit is on PlayStation and then get shittily ported over to PC just based on Ghost of Tsushima.
Swordsmith's daughter. I watched that tree burn. How did you escape?
Same way. I survived every battle. The thought of killing you.
Nice. Beautiful horse. Yeah, this is kind of exciting. You can a year ago I wouldn't have never thought I'd ever play a game like this.
By vengeance.
Never would have thought that I would, but I definitely fucking play the hell out of this.
Sometimes I feel like that is what I am.
Nice. PlayStation. Man, it'd be so good if that shit says Steam. Legends. Yeah. 2026. Free DLC for Ghost of Yotei owners. Yeah, PlayStation. That's sad. PlayStation. That's sad.
There you have it, an amazing
That's
new
so
look
sad
at Ghost
to
of
me.
Yotei out October 2nd for PS5 and confirmed today on ONL. It's also getting a Legends co-op multiplayer DLC in 2026 with fantastical supernatural story and survival missions, all free if you own the base game. For nearly 3 decades, Resident Evil has terrified, thrilled, and defined the survival horror genre. Now,
February 27th.
a new chapter rises from the shadows.
I've never played
Back in
Resident
June at
Evil.
Summer
I
Game Fest,
should.
We gave you diving deep what's coming.
I should.
Man. Hi, Mom. You have been on that thing all day.
Well, if you're gonna work so late.
Get some sleep, eh?
I'm almost done, just a sec.
It's really coming down hard.
Mom, phone. Mom.
It's right beside you.
Hello?
Miss Ashcroft?
Yes.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me. Rude.
Oh!
What the?
They're coming. Grace, we need to go.
Go where? Mom, what's going on?
Hurry.
Wait, who's coming? What's wrong?
Shh. We need to keep our voices down.
This is ridiculous.
Come on.
I don't know the Resident Evil storyline at all. I don't know anything about it.
Tell me what's going on.
Now is not the time.
not looking for. I'm about to say you're not looking for a key, right?
Stay close.
Mom, wait!
Grace, keep moving.
Oh, who's that? Oh, I'm so sorry about the power outage.
What happened?
It's really no excuse, and I apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Don't worry. I should have it fixed soon. I just need to find my...
Oh. Oh, wow.
Come on in, Grace.
I just...
Grace, look at me.
Okay.
Grab my hands. Okay, look at me. Look at me. In and out. Breathe in and out. Oh, Grace. I promise you, I will explain this all to you one of these days. Grace. Please know that you are my hope. Never forget that.
What are you talking about?
Just... I love you.
I love you too. Mom, I'm scared.
No. We need to find a way out of here now.
But we don't have any of our stuff.
We can come back for it later, Grace.
Whoa. It's a Capcom game too. Interesting. Capcom threw down on some games.
It's insane. I got to see that sequence in Osaka about a month ago. There's a lot more to share, and there is a reason it was the most wishlisted title coming out of Summer Game Fest this June. Now, for those of you here in the arena tonight at Gamescom, there's some good news, because you'll be over on the show floor, be the first players in the world to get hands-on with a playable demo of Resident Evil Requiem at the Capcom booth as we count down to
doesn't look too bad.
launch
It looks
this
pretty good.
February.
It looks interesting.
A huge thank you to
story.
Capcom and Takeuchi-san for that.
I never played
special
Resident
look.
Evil before. I know it's a
And with
massive
that,
franchise.
Gamescom Opening Night Live comes to a close, but the celebration of gaming doesn't stop here. We'll be back on Thursday, December 11th for the Game Awards, streaming
Game
live around the
Awards.
world. As there's a special announcement
Wait.
with multiple Game Awards wins for its last project. Please take a look.
You're clapping at the goddamn dev name. Oh man, this is exciting. This I am most excited about, I think.
Help me. You ain't even trying. It's all me. Look at that belly of yours. Where's the mountain? Hey, you're falling fat, losing again. Drop that coswallop. Master will take us back. As long as we keep that mountain in our heart. Hey. No scolding, no flogging, life spared. No risk going back. This place, we've got food on our table and...
They're coming for us.
Who's riding a fucking tiger, bro? Black Myth Jean, please. Oh, that's fire. They didn't show
There's a
which
special announcement. Game
studios.
Science has announced and kicked off development of the second title in the Black Myth series, this time starring Zhong Kuei, the ghost-catching
Kuei.
god who wanders between hell and earth. This will once again be a single-player ARPG rooted in ancient Chinese myth and folklore. And don't worry, to those who love the Black Myth series, the westward journey won't end here either. It's been amazing opening night live tonight. Thank you so much to Shox for joining me.
Thank you so much, Jeff. I had so much fun. Also, a huge announcement at the end of that to close out opening night live.
That was exciting, bro. There's a couple things I was happy about. I was excited about. Black Myth, Ghost of Yotei. Unfortunately, we can't play Ghost of Yotei. That maybe I'll play Resident Evil next year. And Lords of the Fallen 2. That looks okay. I mean, it looks fine. If you go off of looks, then you're just fucking shooting yourself in the foot, you know. But it looks not too bad. I destroyed Black Ops. Black Ops is shit, as I expect. So, you know, it's whatever. But that's all for today. That's it. That's my ideas. That's my thoughts. If you guys got any comments, let me know in the comment section down below. But with that being said, guys, you guys have a beautiful goddamn day, and I will see you guys later on tonight, maybe. All right, have a good night, guys. Bye.